And I use the tape as the edge off this dotted line. Lay it out to see if it's how you like it. In this case, I'm dedicating this model. It's already been dedicated in a fuel tank box to Joe Cassie, who was my business partner for 12 years and one of my true good friends and an excellent modeler. Taught me about everything I know about machine shop work and tool and die making. Now, anytime you make a little mistake, which I just made, all you do is take a piece of masking tape and pull a bad letter up. Just lay it right over it, pull it right up. It's real easy to do. The audience had lifts you when you're down. The headaches. So easy that pulls right up. See, this is the tape I use to line up the letters, and of course a lot of this, you need a line. Use either an ink line or a line like this to make it as easy as possible. And of course from this point on you can just pretty much figure out which details you want to put in, decide how many. Kind of self-explanatory, and this is one of the fun parts of building any plane. You can go wild here. Another trick that might be appropriate here, if you're using up old Letrasets, or sometimes even new ones, you get them and they half release like I just showed, or they don't release properly. One of the tricks you can do is called pre-releasing, and the way you do that is you come over, lay the Letraset onto the piece of wax paper that comes with it, rub it on the sheet and get it until it turns kind of whitish, but it hasn't released yet. So it's called pre-releasing. Then bring it up into position, drop it in position, and just burnish it on. But the whole idea is to get them on so that they stick when you rub your finger over them, but not that you have dents and divots in them. Sometimes that's almost inevitable, but at least in this case we're trying our best not to get too many. We're trying not to get any divots in the plane at all. Coming up on the end of this tape, this is going to be continued on tape 4 of the Brodak Dope series. And I hope I've given everybody that's really interested, these hardcore modelers that we are, an idea of how I've done things and some of the tips that have been passed on to me. And obviously what we're trying to do is get you to be a part of the food chain too, so that you can then pass these on to any new people in your club or your group. Letrasets, ink lines add a very defining little, well, I like a nice little touch, especially to a semi-scale model, like cockpit detail, and we've done extensive videoing of that. It separates what I hope some of the models, the really well-finished models, the ones that always wind up in the front couple of rows, it can be the defining moment. And I think in the case of this plane, it was one of the reasons this became a 20-point plane. And again, front row planes, you need some little detailing to set them off in a crowd. And I think the ink in a Letraset does that very well. As always, a special thanks to John Brodak for all his commitment, all his help in the world of model aviation in general and stunt in particular, his support of the event, and obviously the biggest thing, bringing out Brodak Dope. I have to tell you, after using probably 50 or 100 gallons of this stuff in the shop over the past year and a half, we've had such outstanding luck. I don't underestimate for 1 minute the impact this has had on a hobby and how many people have really had good luck with it. John, thanks a whole lot. We're at the end of this tape again, and we're always looking for more little detailing to do. By the end of the next tape, we hope we'll have the clear on the plane, be doing the buffing, the sanding. Hope we'll have some pictures from other people that are using Brodak